Welcome back to ID Summer School. This is our critique for Episode 3, Fashion Journalism with Osman Ahmed. We received some amazing entries from all over the world. I'm joined again by Osman to discuss his favorite entries, and today we're going to review the top 3 submissions. We'll also reveal whose work will get featured on ID. Hi Osman, how are you?
Hi Hazel, I'm good thanks. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So let's just jump right in. From the task you sent, what were you looking for?
So we were looking for a piece of fashion writing about a fashion trend or a style or beauty moment, around 800 words, with an original tone of voice and a subject that feels right for right now.
So let's talk about your favorite entries. Talk me through your first choice.
So my first choice is A Sanctuary for the Alternatives by a writer called Anna Vo. And I really loved this because it was essentially an ode to this club in San Francisco that I assume the writer is a regular at. And it's a Gothic club, which is the home to a subculture that seems to be a very precious group thriving amidst a lot of change in San Francisco.
Was there a particular part of Anna's story that kind of stood out to you?
Yeah, I think what I really liked about this story was the way that she wrote so vividly about this nightclub. Death Guild isn't your regular nightclub. It doesn't play the latest hit from Billboard 100. Instead, there'll be some obscure techno/industrial noise. A celebratory fusion of techno beats, high notes, somber vocals, occasional screaming, and sometimes aggressive lyrics is exactly what the teenage goths need. You're not expected to smile, interact with strangers, or awkwardly forced to grind with some random guy or girl. I really like that because it took me right there. It made me feel as though I was in the room. It kind of made me want to know more and to visualize it and, to maybe go there. I don't know. She has a great ability of kind of writing quite beautifully or poetically about this place and transporting the reader there.
Did it matter that it wasn't exactly fashion?
One thing that I did like about it was that although it wasn't about fashion, it tapped into something that is very relevant to fashion, which is subculture. And often when you speak to designers, they're looking at subcultures, they're looking at all of these kind of groups or communities or places as references for their work.
And the second one, what attracted you to this piece?
So I really like this piece. It's called Black Boys Keep Swinging, and it's by MC Hill. I thought that this was a really well-written story about the writer's personal connection to a fashion moment.
Osman, was there a particular part of MC Hill's article that attracted you?
Yeah, there was. I really liked the last paragraph. And I must say, it kind of had a wonderful sense of humour to it, a lightness to it. I was terrified that being a black male going against the style commandments of BAPE, oversized white tees and baggy denim cascading over Nike Air Force Ones would get me pummeled like the floors of a mosh pit. Yet the desire to wear these clothes and be the boys on the runway, just with a dreadlock mohawk instead, won out. Welcome to the Shadows smash-up between fashion and music simply provided an aggressive roadmap to dress myself like the fantastic shadows in my mind. It doesn't get more rock and roll than that. I thought that was really beautiful, and it it echoed kind of the kind of theme of music and the wider landscape that he was placing the show in. And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Osman, what is your final choice and why did this one stand out to you?
So my final choice is a piece called Monumental Patchwork by Mia Risher. And it stood out to me because it really followed the brief so well, in that it was a relevant trend story for right now, and it placed this fashion trend within a wider context of the sustainability movement, of a general nostalgia for the 2000s and Y2K, as well as the strange year that we've all been living in, isolating at home and quarantining and taking up new crafts. And she makes a very good point, which is that this year has been sort of a patchwork of lots of different things, and this trend is a reflection of that, which I love.
Yeah, I also enjoy this one. I love the symbolism of 2020 and patchwork, because I think that's kind of the mood we're all kind of feeling. Was there a quote or a part of her article that stood out to you?
I really loved the way that this writer opened. Over the past month, I've ripped apart 6 pairs of mismatched socks and rearranged them into 3 colourful patched crop tops. Patchwork and crafty garments made from upcycled materials have infiltrated every corner of my Instagram For You page since May. It all made sense. There was a real flow to it, and as a fashion writer, I discovered new things from it. So as a reader, which I am in this case, I thought that she did a really great job, and yeah, kudos to her.
So which one are you going to name as the winner?
So it's a very tough decision. We had so many incredible entries, and they were all so different. And I think the one thing that I've been really impressed by is people using their voices in individual ways. So for me, the winner is Monumental Patchwork by Mia Risher.
And why did you choose Mia's submission as the winner?
It just felt like a very well-researched story. It felt totally right for right now. It fit within the universe of ID. I think that it connected the dots between this fashion trend and what's happening in the world right now, and how we're all feeling at this particular moment in time. And so those are all of the ingredients that I look for in great fashion writing. And so congratulations, Mia.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Osman. And thank you to everyone who sent submissions in. We really enjoyed reading them.
I couldn't agree more. I have enjoyed reading all of these entries so much, and it's given me a lot of hope and optimism and happiness, discovering the voices of so many amazing young people.
We'll be following up with everyone who was featured in today's episode. Subscribe to ID on YouTube for more. See you at summer school.